भूतों का ज़माना है, इनका काम लोगों को डराना है। मेरा नाम है उमर कुरैशी और इंडस्ट्री के सबसे लवेबल भूत मिस्टर भूतनाथ हिमसेल्फ के साथ मेरा रिश्ता पुराना है। वेलकम मिस्टर बच्चन।
Thank you so much, Umar.
Yeah. How does it feel?
Did you just make that up yourself or you wrote it before? Okay.
I made it up.
Yeah, you're quite a poet.
Thank you. Yeah. Inspired by you.
No. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Sound.
Mr. Bachchan, how does it feel to play a ghost?
Actually, you don't feel. You're not supposed to feel anything because you're unseen by everybody else.
I know a gentleman called Mr. Amitabh Bachchan who also writes lyrics, who also writes poetry, who can also sing, who can rap, who can act. So, you're more...
I don't know who you're talking of.
Yeah, you don't know him?
No. This is something that I don't do it, as a hobby. It's just something that I keep fiddling around with now and then.
Politics, according to you, is
an area that I would never want to go back.
Mr. Bachchan, how many hours are there in your day?
24.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I wish there was some more. I could have packed in some more work.
Mr. Bachchan, how does it feel to play a ghost?
Actually, you don't feel. You're not supposed to feel anything because you're unseen by everybody else.
Right.
And obviously, you have certain powers,
right,
which normal people do not have. So it's always very. It's a lot of fun to be doing that.
Yeah.
And because the film and the story is also very interestingly designed around this concept.
Right.
It's been wonderful working in this project.
Yeah, you can do a lot of interesting things when you're not seen by the world, you know, like you can spy.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
You can do wicked things.
This happens to be the wish of many people. You know, I wish I could be a little fly in somebody's room and they're not knowing it and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But yes, he's a well-behaved ghost and he doesn't keep doing all these naughty things.
I believe he's too well-behaved. And which is why people don't take him seriously as a ghost. He doesn't scare people enough.
Yeah, well, these are some of his, negatives that he goes up with.
Right.
After Bhoothnath finishes the original one, he goes back to Booth World, which is their fantasized world. And the other ghosts, they always keep laughing and making fun of him, and he wonders why they do that. And he goes up to the manager, the CEO of Booth World, and says, you know, this is horrid, and can you do something about it? It's getting very embarrassing. He said, no, it's your fault. He says, why, what did I do? And he said, you know, वो कह रहे हैं कि आपने एक बच्चे को डरा नहीं पाए, भूतों की नाक काट दी आपने. So he says, well, what do I do? He says, well, you'll have to go back there and make sure that you can scare a couple of kids and then everything will be okay. It is what the film is about.
It involves politics in a lighter sense, I believe. Is that true?
Yeah, I think it's been done in a humorous manner. Yet the issues are very serious and very pertinent. And they take up points which we see and hear almost every day on television and in the media.
Why was the sequel so long in the making? It took a while.
No, it did not actually. Yeah. No, we finished fairly soon. I think we took a while to start because I had undergone 2 surgeries, so I was waiting to recover from that.
Yeah.
But as soon as that happened, we went ahead and did, and it finished fairly soon.
Yeah. And how high is Bhoothnath Returns on the spook quotient?
You know, the moment you talk about ghosts, everybody thinks, you know, this is going to be a horror film, it's going to be a scary film. No, it's not. This is a very friendly ghost and very amiable and very considerate. He would only want to exercise his ghostly powers in conditions which are not agreeable to the character, the younger character, and the circumstances that are prevalent in the country and what are happening and what these two are fighting for. So apart from that, it's just a lot of fun.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Not really.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't seen one, and I'd be petrified to see one also. But yes, when you're kids, you know, you get all these ghost stories told to you, and you wonder whether the next room is going to have something or somebody there. But no, I haven't seen them.
I believe Ranbir makes a special appearance in the movie.
Yes, both Ranbir and Shah Rukh.
Okay, they make a special effort.
Yes, very gracious of them to have done that. Ranbir too comes in for a little while, and well, actually talks about something which is a very important quotient in the film.
Right.
And he's part of that routine.
Yeah.
And Shah Rukh has a equally important, if not more important, presence.
Right.
In the context of the story.
Right.
In Bhoothnath Returns, we come to a point in the story where the campaign that these two, the kid and Bhoothnath, are involved in, or the direction in which they are moving, suddenly reaches an end where they can't go any further due to certain circumstances, which you'll find out in the film. It's almost like a dead end. Everything is lost, and they are forlorn and disturbed and very, very sad that now what do we do? We can't do anything.
Right.
That's when Shah Rukh comes in and gives a certain information, which then makes the story go forward.
You've done a rap number with Yo-Yo Honey Singh, Party with Bhoothnath, and that's become quite the rage.
Well, he's an exceptionally talented person. He writes his own lyrics, he composes his own tunes, he directs his own videos, and he doesn't have a huge place to do that. He just does it on his computer. So it's very lovable, very talented young man, and it was a great joy to be with him. As was my association with Parth, who plays that little boy.
Yeah.
He's just unbelievable. I mean, the maturity that he has shown in this film, you cannot imagine even mature artists being able to do what he does. And that's really a beautiful quality.
Mr. Bachchan, how many hours are there in your day?
24.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I wish there was some more. I could have packed in some more work.
I know a gentleman called Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, who also writes lyrics, who also writes poetry, who can also sing, who can rap, who can act. So, you're more...
I don't know who you're talking of.
You don't know him?
No. This is something that I don't do it, as a hobby. It's just something that I keep fiddling around with now and then.
Yeah, I remember Ir Veer Fateh still.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that became...
Well, that has a long history to it, because it was something that I picked up from my father.
Mr. Bachchan, you've got gigantic shoulders, which have carried like pretty average movies in the past. And even the marketing of this one and the promotions you're doing entirely on solo. Like, how important is marketing and how important is your shoulders to this movie?
My shoulders are very narrow, and I disagree with you that they take on the burden of marketing and everything. It's something that I just really do not know. It's a new concept, and in our time, there was we never knew of this. We never did anything.
Six magazines.
It was just magazines or the odd ad that we did in some of the papers. But now it has, reached a proportion which is like doing an entire film all over again.
Right.
But the whole marketing strategy has now been, because of the corporatization, because of the heavy monies that are involved, because of the duration of films and the length that they run on, has, well, reduced quite a bit.
That's true.
We don't hear of 25 weeks, 50 weeks, 75 weeks now.
You don't.
We just hear about the first weekend.
Yeah.
And so when you're reduced in time to that, you want to make sure that those at least 3 days, are able to get back your investment. And therefore they feel that it needs this marketing. And a lot of corporate brains have now come into the system. And many a times it works.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Mr. Bachchan, how many hours are there in your day?
24.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I wish there was some more. I could have packed in some more work, but yeah, I think it's more to do with how you schedule your time, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you watch movies at night, you sleep late, you tweet, you Facebook.
And I blog.
You blog, you reply to all your fans, you promote, you act, you have time
TV
for family.
serial. Don't forget TV serials.
Yes, absolutely.
And commercials.
Yes. So I mean.
Yeah. There's a wonderful thing called a schedule, and there's a month, and I have people in the office who I tell them, you know, I need to do this.
Yeah.
And they go about pulling their hair and say, how the hell are we going to schedule this? I say, that's your problem. Just get me to do it. And they come out with some solution, and I just follow that.
How do you schedule family time, like in between your busy schedule?
Yeah, all our family time is around the little one.
Yeah.
Because she's the apple of everyone's eye. So the time she gets up, when she's going to have a breakfast, her afternoon nap, dinner, going out, we know all that, and then we just work around that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not possible because we're all also working. Abhishek is working.
Traveling.
Jaya's working. Aishwarya is looking after the baby. I'm working. But I think during the course of the day, we do find that little time when we can all be together.
You tell her ghost stories?
No, she doesn't understand that, but she doesn't need to be told that because she has her own iPad, which she operates on her own.
Wow.
At the age of 2, to have them working their own iPad is some kind of a miracle, absolutely.
Yes, it is.
But she knows how to put it on, then she'll search for her app, and she'll punch in her program that she wants to see, and then when it's over, she will switch to the next one. I don't even know how to work an iPad. When I have a problem with my computer, I ring up my grandson.
Yeah. At your, you're pretty young at your age, and
Really?
Scripts are being written for you. Yes, when movies are being written for you, and producers are making movies for you, and projects are built around you, on your name. So, how does it make you feel? Like,
it makes me feel very responsible, and I hate carrying any kind of responsibility because it then puts you in a position where you have to deliver and there are expectations and you're not very sure. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to deliver anything. I want to work in every film that I see, and I say, gosh, I want to be in that project. But that's physically not possible.
which was the last one you felt bad for?
I mean, I don't say that I wish I was in this particular film. I just feel that the way it's made and the ambience and everything, I wish I could also be working with people like that. I would never want to be in somebody's position or to be able to say that this is the film that I should have done or I could have done.
Yeah.
Because I think that they are very creditable on their own.
Yeah. What's the progress on your TV serial?
We are through with it, almost 80%. And in another month, we should be over with it.
Yeah. And what's your biggest stress buster when you are overworked or stressed?
I don't know. These are terms which have never entered my mind. I need to de-stress.
Yeah.
No, I'm unaware of these words. Yeah. But I guess when you change your mind, I think, when you change your mind with what you're doing and move on to something else, there is an automatic change in your stress level, I would imagine.
Right.
So if I'm shooting a film and I move to a promotional activity, or I move to a TV serial, or I move to writing a blog, they may all seem to the outsider to be work-oriented. But to me, it looks like a change in my attitude and perhaps something different,
Mr. Bachchan, just to wind up, I'm saying every Sunday, there are these hordes of people, like thousands of them, who gather outside your house, and without fail, you never let them down. You go and wave out to them, and you mingle with them, you interact with them, and that's such an amazing feeling.
Yeah, it's something that I have not been able to fathom. It started soon after my accident in Coolie in '82, and well, it's almost 28, 29 years now.
Yes, all the traffic from Reach Candy was diverted. I remember that.
Yeah, and they come on a Sunday just for those couple of minutes, and I think it's only fair that I should go out and meet them.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And they don't demand anything. It's just that they want to see you, they wave out, shake a hand, sign some autographs.
Yeah.
And it's a wonderful feeling. I'm really indebted to them for that.
Any unfulfilled wish of yours so far?
I wish there is, but I doubt if I would be able to know what that is.
Yeah. Politics, according to you, is
an area that I would never want to go back.
I'm going to ask you a quick fire round of questions. Yeah. One movie in recent times that moved you the most?
Oh, there have been many that have. You know, moving, it doesn't necessarily mean you're moved by the content or a particular emotion that is being expressed in the film. Sometimes you get moved by the fact that you've seen a good film. You've seen somebody's performance, which has impressed you so much that it moves you to tears.
Right.
And there have been many in the recent past, so it would be tough to really point one. But
one thing that the current generation of stars have that your generation didn't.
The confidence and the maturity with which they come out in the very first film of theirs is just simply amazing. It is unbelievable for me to even imagine any one of us, and that is with very due respect to my colleagues, do so well in their very first appearance.
True.
They are aggressive, they are confident, they are very ambitious, they know exactly what they want, they know exactly what they're going to do, what their future is going to look like. I mean, it's unimaginable. I still struggle with, how I'm going to approach myself, but they're so relaxed and so easy.
One role in recent times you wish was offered to you?
Well, as I just said, I wish, all these directors would take me in their film, but no, I wouldn't want to deprive anybody of the film that they have done and to suddenly put myself in their position because I would not be adequate enough. But yes, I admire a lot of films, especially of the younger generation, and especially of the different kinds of cinema that we're seeing now. And that credit goes not just to the artists and the creative people behind it, but also to the audiences of the country who are changing so rapidly and who are no longer interested in seeing something that has almost got a patented look to it. And the results are there for everyone to see, because those films that everyone thought they would never do well are being patronized by the audiences.
Any unfulfilled wish of yours so far?
I wish there is, but I doubt if I would be able to know what that is. I would rather somebody else told me, this is an unfulfilled wish of yours, Mr. Bachchan. Would you try to do something? And I would love to take up that challenge, yes. So it'll have to be somebody else to come to me and say, I think you should do this, and I'll give it a shot.
Does Abhishek ever advise Daddy?
Oh, yes. Every time. We see each other's films, we talk about other films, we see other people's films together, and we discuss, we talk about it, yes.
Your greatest fear?
Oh, greatest fear is not living up to expectations.
And if you could have powers like the Bhooth and Bhoothnath Returns, what would you do?
Go and have a look at this film, and I think you'll find out.
The politics, according to you, is
an area that I would never want to go back.
Go back to. Thank you, Mr. Bachchan.
All right,
and we had a great time. We're looking forward to Bhoothnath Returns. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.